Hey, what's up guys, girls, and everybody in between? It is Steven from MechaPuma. Since I don't really have that much of an idea on what to do on a video, and I'm a little bit sick. This is not planned, by the way. I think I legit need a tissue as soon as I start. Oh, jeez. Alright, can I have these in my lap? It's not even that much snot, it's just, ugh. It's annoying and icky. Don't judge me, I'm sick, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna be talking about the time that I drove on a deadly road without actually really even knowing it. And the scariest part is that it was one of my first times driving. Don't worry, normal content will come back soon. It's just that I kind of had the idea to make this, and since I remember the story pretty well at this moment, I just decided, hey, why not? Also, if you didn't notice, I'm wearing mismatched everything. I have a freaking Jaguar shoes or whatever. Leopard, that's what it is. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff because I'm sick. God damn it, I missed the trash can. If you're feeling a little bit insecure about yourself, just know that, yeah, we all have those moments. I am very uncolor coordinated. So it was actually Christmas. And so that morning, I remember, you know, obviously opening all the presents and getting stuff ready, etc., finishing decorating, I think. Then Dad wanted to go out for a car ride. Because I had been in that day. I don't even think I'd been outside at all that day. So in California, it isn't really snowy outside. It's very rare for it to snow ever in California. I just stayed inside just because I felt like it. And I think I was working on videos and stuff, or at least trying to. Working on, like, all this artistic stuff, autistic stuff, etc., etc. He wanted to make me go out driving every single day so that I could take the test and I would pass, but I didn't end up taking the test, so I'm gonna have to still do that, which is super annoying because that means I can't drive. I don't have a permit yet, technically. But I can, like, practice drive, if you know what I mean. And I don't think I'm allowed to be out past a certain time, like 10:30 p.m. or something. Not too, like, early, but it's not too late either, so that's also a problem. But I mean, I don't really know what I would be doing out at freaking midnight or whatever, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. But yes, anyway, you know, I don't even think I had my wallet with me, because I think I forgot it on this trip, because I was in a hurry to get out, because, you know, Dad's rushing me. He's like, come on, before it gets dark, and so I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I think it was like 3 or 4 p.m. Might have been a little earlier, but I don't think it was much earlier. I think I woke up at like 12 that day. I woke up pretty damn late. So by morning opening presents, I meant more like afternoon. I remember he asked me if I wanted to do the road he goes on to work, which I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, it was more like he asked, but he also, like, he expected me to say yes, so obviously I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So we drive down there, we go on the freeway. So I had been on the freeway like once or twice before. I mean, the first time on the freeway, somebody cut me off automatically when I got on 3 lanes. So they went from the far left lane to the far right lane. That was my first freeway experience. Fantastic. Introduction to California traffic. Not very smooth. We're on the freeway, right? We see the exit, so he's like, oh yeah, exit here. I merge over and everything. I don't think this was the same time as I was cut off. If it was, then that was mega unlucky because of what's gonna happen. So anyway, we exit. I think we turn right on this straight road. This kind of goes across a bridge, and the bridge is pretty sturdy and everything. It's pretty safe. Nothing sketchy about it. I think we turn left, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, oh yeah, be careful, but I haven't seen an accident on here. You know what? Yeah, that's not bad. The worst thing that happens is I almost veer off the road temporarily, and nobody was around, and I wasn't going very fast. So nothing terrible happened, but I remember as soon as we turned onto there, we automatically just see a car that's upside down on the side of the road. And Dad's like, oh, that's weird. I've never seen an accident on here before. So I'm like, oh, yay. The first time I drive on this road, there's an accident, and he hasn't seen any here before. That's fantastic. Or at least he hadn't seen any on that section of the road, it turns out. But I could have sworn he said at that time he'd never seen any on that road. Yeah, it's real convenient, Dad. See what you're trying to do to me. So that was creepy. Must have been going pretty damn fast because he looked pretty drunk and disorderly, I'm not gonna lie. He was like stumbling around, but he could have also gotten a very bad concussion from the crash, because I mean, a tree branch had like gone straight through the roof of his car. That was definitely something, and then it was either upside down or sideways. I think it was upside down. No, it was sideways, that's right, that's how we could tell. There's a huge indent in the roof and it was sideways, but he definitely flipped upside down at some point. Anyway, we drive past that. Then there's a car that obviously got, you know, either set on fire or the engine set on fire. It set fire somehow. It was a taxi. It made me feel a lot more safe on that road. This was probably like a couple miles after that. Keep in mind, apparently Dad hadn't seen any accidents on this part of the road ever. Yay, my first time driving down a kind of semi-dangerous road. There's a bunch of accidents. And so there's nothing that bad after that. We keep going. I remember we turned into this weird neighborhood because we were curious to see where it went. It was a little bit sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think anything really that bad happened. It was a really sketchy dead end, and there was barely any room to turn around. I forgot how I really got out of there. I think I just really had to be really careful. So yeah, we got out of there. Drove back down the road, I'm pretty sure. Everything was all all good. A few hours later, my parents were watching the news, or at least my mom was. I don't remember exactly how I found out, but I'm pretty sure I was brushing my teeth or something, and it was probably like 10, right? It wasn't that late, but it was definitely late enough to like start getting ready for bed. And my mom just comes into the bathroom, and she's like, hey, have you heard about the fatal accident or whatever? I'm like, oh, what? And then she goes on to explain that I don't think I told her we drove on that road yet, but she says that, you know, on that road there was an accident. And then I'm like, wait, I drove on that road? That's creepy. So like 3 or 4 hours after I drove on that, 5 people died in a horrible car accident. I don't know if I ever want to go down that road again, but yeah, nothing's happened there since. Am I cursed? Honestly, ever since I'm just like, wow, that could have been me. Like, I'm super lucky that wasn't. Because they probably had experience at driving. Keep in mind, this was Christmas too, so their family is like the rest of their lives. Christmas is gonna be the day their kid died. The fact that there were just 3 accidents there. The taxi was probably the least bad. Then again, having your engine set ablaze is probably pretty awful, so yeah, especially if it's a taxi. Picked the wrong taxi, dude. Anyway, hopefully you guys, girls, and everybody in between kind of enjoy these story things, because I want to tell a few more of them. They're kind of fun. And even though they're morbid, I just think it's kind of a good way to like connect with each other. And yeah, see you in the next video.